Everyone, so in today's video I'm going to be doing a makeup tutorial that was requested by some of you guys in one of my previous videos, the Christmas makeup haul. So I'm first going to be going into the Modern and Renaissance eyeshadow palette, and I'm going to be taking the shade Real Gar, and I'm going to be taking that on a Kylie Cosmetics blending brush, and I'm just going to be buffing that all into my crease. Focus mainly in my crease, but I'm just going to be buffing up into areas such as my inner corner and on my brow bone and just everywhere really, and I'm not worrying too much if it gets messy because I have no foundation on and I'm going to be cleaning out the edges anyway. Then I'm going to be taking the shade Love Letter. I'm going to be taking this on a slightly smaller blending brush. So I'm first going to pack the pigment of the eyeshadow on, just to build up the intensity of the shadow itself. Then I'm going to go in with no product on my brush as I was tapping off there, and I'm just going to buff that out just until it's completely seamless. This is probably one of my favourite blending brushes for crease work because it's so flexible. As you can see, it's just so fluffy and it's quite tapered, so it just buffs everything out so seamless and effortlessly. Now I'm going to be packing and blending some of the eyeshadow onto the inner corner also, mainly focusing as well just on the crease, and then I'm going to go back to that Kylie Cosmetics brush and I'm just going to buff everything together. Then I'm going to be taking that dark brown shade called Cypress Umber, and I'm going to be taking that just on that ruby blending brush again, and I'm just going to be totally focusing that right in my crease so that whenever I cut the crease, just from the inner corner to the centre of the eye, so it has that gradual blend. And then again into that Kylie Cosmetics brush again and just buffing everything out. Next I am taking the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define. This is their new full coverage concealer and it was in the shade C4. It was probably the most disgusting shade ever. That sounds really bad, but I'm actually going, it was just not my shade for my skin tone to conceal or anything, so I just thought that I would use it for cut creases. And the brush I'm using to cut the crease is a Zoeva smudger brush. Next I'm just going to be buffing out the edges of the concealer so there isn't any harsh lines, and just so the shadow that I go on with next is harder to pack on. Next I'm going to be using the Helen É glitter, and I am unsure what it's called but I will link it down below. Then I'm going to go on with the Helen É clear fixed gel, and I'm just going to generously pack that on just where I cut the crease and place the concealer. Next I'm just going to let that get tacky and I'm just going to go in with the glitter and just pack that on everywhere where I concealed. Next I'm going to be taking the Makeup Forever eyeliner, and this is the best eyeliner ever. It stays on all day, it is waterproof, and I had this on my other eye for about 2 to 3 hours and I'm just showing you that it lasts all day. It is the best sweet eyeliner ever. It is the Aqua XL eye pencil in the shade black. It is absolutely amazing. So next I'm going in with Baton Red from the Modern Renaissance palette. I'm just going to be packing that just on my outer corner. Then I'm going to be taking a wee slightly like bottom lash line definer brush, and I'm going to be taking Cypress Umber and I'm just going to be slightly placing that just where I had the glitter, just so it has more definition and so that it's also just more defined. And I'm just being careful whenever I'm buffing that out because I don't want to disturb any of the glitter. Then I'm going back into, can't get the palette open, Cypress Umber, and I'm just going to be buffing that out on the edges and just blending everything all together. Next I'm going to go in with the Fenty foundation and primer that I'm going to be using for the first time, and I'm just going to be placing the primer just on the bottom half of my face because I don't like my forehead being too matte because it would be quite dry anyway, and I kind of thought that the primer smelled a wee bit like yogurt. I don't know, it was weird, but whatever. But yeah, I thought it was quite nice, made my skin nice and glowy and sheeny whenever, but I didn't actually notice a difference on the longevity of the foundation or my pores or anything like that. Before anybody says anything, this is completely the wrong shade for me. Oh, absolutely disaster. But yeah, I just went with it anyway. The foundation was nice. I didn't think it was as full coverage as everybody was saying. I did have to build it up with a second layer, sorry. And I also wanted just to see if it was easy built up also. One thing I will say is it was very, very matte, so I didn't have to set my face much after. So next I'm going to conceal it with the Tarte Shape Tape. First time I've ever used this. Also, I now understand the hype over this concealer. I thought it blended out absolutely beautiful. It was totally full coverage, definitely worth it. It is something that I will be using constantly. And thankfully it lightened up the foundation also. So next I'm going to be using the Too Faced setting powder, and as I had said there earlier that because the foundation was so matte I only needed to set underneath my eyes, my T-zone and just around my mouth area because I do get smile lines, etc, etc. But on my lower cheek area, as I'm showing here, there is no shine at all, even though I haven't even set there because I always need to set there because I do use a lot of liquid products, so I usually always have to set my face. But I didn't have to. Now I am highlighting and I'm using the loose highlighter by Kylie Jenner. It is the Santorini highlighter. I'm not going to be showing too much of this because I think we have all seen me highlight my face about a million times by now. So I'm going to bronze up my skin using the Benefit Hoola bronzer. I'm just going to place that underneath my highlight just so it gives the contrast. And as you can see, whenever I'm buffing this into my skin, like the brush is just gliding so nice over my skin. Like my skin is just coming across as being really, really smooth. And I actually think that is to do with the foundation itself, even though I'm surprised because I haven't even set there, which is ridiculous. But I just think that I'm not really a fan of the foundation, but it has made my skin look very smooth. And I'm just using the Primark lip liner in Toffee. This is the most beautiful shade ever. I actually find myself reaching for this before I would actually reach for any of my MAC lip liners, and it was only £1. And I wasn't even going to overdraw my lips in this, but who am I kidding? Come on. Next I'm going in with the Jeffree Star lipstick, and this is in the shade Birkin Suede. It is the most beautiful nude shade. Now I'm taking the Maybelline Vivid Hot Lacquer in the shade 60 Tease. This is the most beautiful lip gloss, even though I'm not a glossy gal whatsoever. But I just thought I would just use this today because it is so nice. It's so pigmented. It is just absolutely beautiful. I think it's quite hard to find a really good pigmented nude gloss, but this just tops everything. It is absolutely stunning. Although I always seem to put too much on, hence why I'm giving everybody the fingers here to tap some of it off. So this is the completed look. Thank you so much everybody for watching this video. Don't forget to follow me on Snapchat and Instagram, and I will see you all in my next video.